Gemini, welcome to this reading. You might find this resonates more if Gemini is your sun or rising sign. So let's have a look and see the messages that Spirit would like you to know at this time. Okay, 5 of Wands. So you may feel there are too many people in the way and you're trying to do your best to not pay too much attention to them, to stay in charge of this, to keep manifesting what you're wanting to see. King of Pentacles in reverse, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So you might be saying what you'd like is more of a show of commitment from your person and stability, whether it's commitment in the sense of let's be in a committed relationship together, or commitment in the sense of saying, well, yes, I'm committed to you, to me, to us, to building this connection, to getting to know you, or to getting to know you more, or, you know, I'm committed to communicating, initiating, responding, that sort of thing. So you might be finding that you're struggling with that a little. For some of you, it could also be because your person maybe isn't single at this time. They might be in another commitment. So that could be a romantic commitment. It could be you feel they're too committed to a job, family, friends, a particular set of beliefs. But I see you're doing everything you can, so good for you, fair play. You know, you're here as the magician. You're not just sitting down saying, oh, it's not going how I want. You know, you're really doing what you can here. I also feel that you're a very busy person. You have lots of people around you. You're doing lots of things. For some of you, not all of you, you might find or have found that some of the people in your life don't necessarily approve of the person you're trying to manifest here and draw towards you, and you're like this barrier between your person and these other people, and you're very strong, but at the same time you might be finding it a bit exhausting, and you might be wishing, you know, I wish it could just be more simple. I wish I didn't have to stand here and, you know, be this divide, this go-between. We have Gemini energy here. Yeah, the High Priestess in reverse. So Pisces, we have the 3 of Cups reverse. So I feel that for many of you, you're trying to manifest either a reconciliation, or you would love the chance to meet with your person, or to just have a really nice conversation, you know, to be in their presence, for both of you to maybe have fun together, to do something enjoyable, to reconnect in some way. October is coming through, so I'm not sure if that may happen in October, or if October is significant. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse and the 4 of Cups. What's on the back? Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so that goes back to that 9 of Cups that we saw coming out at the start, feeling that you wish more would have been made, or had been made, of this opportunity here between you, or the feelings here between you. I'm seeing you feel that in the past you've made it clear how you feel. You have extended to your person. Perhaps you told them about your feelings, or you did something that you believe showed them how you feel, but they weren't available to either take the cup, or they just weren't taking it. You know, maybe they didn't see its value at the time. Maybe they didn't feel they were ready to. For whatever reason, you feel that you were really offering, but they didn't take it. I'm seeing that some of you might be feeling that these people around you, they don't really understand your connection with this person, whether it's something you're talking to them about or not. If you're not speaking to people about it, you might just assume, if I was to start talking about this, they wouldn't get it. They would tell me, you know, what I should be doing, and I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that, but they wouldn't actually understand what this connection is. Okay. Let's see what else. We have the Star, Aquarius, so you could be hoping for healing here, for a reconnection. If there's no movement right now, or not the kind of movement you're wanting, I'm seeing you haven't given up hope. Yeah, 4 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, 8 of Swords in the reverse. So you're definitely thinking in the right way. You're not being limited by your thoughts. You might feel that your person isn't prioritizing you enough, that they're juggling. You might believe that your person feels a lot more than they're showing and saying, and that because of that, you're kind of because of the fact that they're not prioritizing you, or they are very busy and they're not really coming forward with their wants, desires, intentions, feelings, you're both repeating the same loop, or maybe you have the same couple of loops that you keep going around. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is a very frustrating energy, because it's like a lack of progress. So that's how you might be seeing this. It's the same thing over and over and over and over, but we're not actually moving forward. Whereas what you're wanting is some kind of something really solid, a really solid foundation, a commitment, a union here. Maybe for some of you, your highest hopes is even to be married to this person. Okay, so let me just have a look with the Magician. Ooh. Okay, well, I'll take them. So we have the Page of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Nine of Wands reverse, Queen of Swords reverse, the Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So some of you might be wishing, hoping that your person will leave a karmic, for example. If it's an unhappy situation, you're wanting them to free themselves from that. Whether they've told you it's unhappy, or you just feel that you've decided it's unhappy. You kind of want them to step up, though. The Emperor, Aries energy here. The Emperor is all four kings combined. There's a particular level of maturity and focus and dedication that you're looking for here. So I think you're not wanting your person to come in as a Knight of Wands. You are saying, that energy burned me in the past. I'm looking for my Emperor now. Wanting a new start, wanting to be able to put your guard down. I will say, though, with the Queen of Swords reversed, whether you're a water sign, an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius or not, there is a question here that's being asked of you. Are you really as ready maybe to move this forward from wherever you are as you would like to be? If you're 100% honest with yourself, is there still a part of you that's on guard, or maybe doesn't quite trust your person, or at a moment's notice you're ready to kind of lock your heart up again? Now, there's no judgment, there's no right or wrong answer, but it's something for some of you that Spirit's saying, something to be aware of here. If you were hurt in the past, there's a part of you that's afraid of that happening again, and that can kind of cloud your manifestation. So you're doing lots of great manifestation work as the Magician, but if there's a part of you that's holding you back, saying, no, don't manifest this person in because last time they hurt you, or whatever happened hurt you in the situation, it's almost like it's going to start slowing down your manifestation. So this could be something that you're hearing, you're saying, yeah, if I'm honest, I know I feel that way. Others of you maybe saying, nope, I've worked through it. Okay, great. The trickiest place to be in, though, is where you feel, yes, I'm ready to move forward, but there's a part that you have to really dig up. It's hidden very well, that's actually a bit cautious here, that you're not fully aware of. So it might be a little bit in your sort of subconscious here. So it's worth asking yourself, sitting down and seeing if in some way you might be getting in your own way a bit. But as I said, it's just a question to consider. It may not apply to you, but that's what I see. I see you wanting to manifest a reconnection. You're wanting to manifest healing, a sense of a partnership, but really, you really want your person to show up here in a very strong, high vibration. Okay, so let's have a look at things from their side. Okay. In fact, I don't think you'll be able to see it, so I'll put the cards over here. Okay, Spirit, can you show us how does this situation look from my viewer's person's perspective? What is their perspective? What are their thoughts and feelings at this time regarding this connection? Oh, 10 of Swords. Okay, so both of you understand or perceive that there's some kind of an ending that has happened. It's so interesting because I feel you have moved through it more quickly. You maybe have been through the sadness, the pain, and now you're looking forward and you're saying, okay, let's heal, let's reconnect. Your person, however, seems to still very much be in the energy of the painful ending here, which may actually surprise you. You could be dealing with a Taurus. We have Pisces, yeah, we have the moon. Six of Cups in reverse, Two of Cups, wow. We have the Fool in reverse on the back, Aries. When I pulled out the Two of Cups, I heard your person loves you. So, yeah. Did we have the Two of Cups here for you? Or was I just talking about it? I think I might have been talking about it. Okay, so yeah, the Two of Cups. How does your person perceive you as the one for them? Their counterpart, their other half. If they think about, you know, these connections in terms of twin flames, soulmates, then that's how they think of you. This card is upright. They very much still feel this for you. However, they also believe, I would say they believe right now, 90%, that it's over, that there cannot be a revival, there will not be a revival. So you're not quite on the same page in the sense that you're a bit cautious potentially because of how maybe things ended or how they went, but you're very much open to a new beginning here, one that looks different to what you've experienced before, but your person feels that maybe you're not. And it's the thought that there cannot be a new beginning is very, very painful for them. Yeah, really painful. Some of them might be saying, there's so much you still don't know, there's so much I didn't get to tell you, so much I kept hidden. Gosh, okay, let's keep going. Yeah, Strength in reverse, Leo energy. If you're, if there was something to do with your person's ego here that maybe caused this Ten of Swords ending, I think they have realised it, and it's something they're willing to release. Now, again, this is from their perspective, so whether you feel this way or not, they might be saying, well, I shouldn't have kept my passion, my feelings so quiet, or maybe they're saying I shouldn't have been so stubborn, or something like that, you know. Knight of Cups in reverse, you see, they're keeping these desires to communicate with you and in a romantic, heart-based sense quiet. They're keeping that desire hidden. The Ten of Cups. So you represent a great deal of happiness to them. Maybe they feel, as I said, you know, you are the one. You are the person who can, you know, make them the happiest. They can see themselves having the perfect family situation with you, whatever perfect looks like to them. But they're saying, well, that chance has gone. Knight of Swords in reverse, so they're desperate to speak. Some of them may actually end up reaching out because they can't hold back any longer. Tell me more about this Knight of Swords, please. Queen of Cups in reverse, so they're wanting to ask you, how do you feel? Do you still care about me? Do you still love me? Because, you know, King of Cups, I love you, and I feel that we were made for each other. Okay, what else would they like to say, please? The Empress in reverse. Guys, come on. You want them to show up as the Emperor. They see you as having always been the Empress. We have the Two of Cups. You want the same thing, but you are on slightly different pages. They don't know that you are open. Of course, this may not resonate with everyone, but the story I'm seeing is they don't know that you're open to having another go, a new beginning. You might be saying, well, I've been here waiting because I'm looking for changed behaviour, or, you know, if they reach out to me first this time, it's going to represent to me that, you know, this, that and the other. You may have assigned meanings here on them contacting you first. It will show they've been thinking about me. It will show they really do care. It will show that I am a priority. And similarly, you may be saying, well, if I reach out, I'm going to devalue myself. We're going to end up repeating the same cycle. They won't respect me, you know. So there are reasons I feel that you're not stepping forward, taking action, but they're not the reasons that this person thinks. They think it's because you're done, you know. And they're seeing that you were the Queen of Cups with them. You were very generous, open-hearted, loving. You were the Empress with them. You offered a chance for them to grow with you, but now you've pulled that back. Yeah, there's almost like a stalemate here, and it could go on for a while if you're resonating with this reading. So I think what we should do because both of you want to reconnect. So there's a lot, a lot of potential here, is get you some advice. Just thinking, is there anything else? 10 of Wands, another 10, another ending. Thing is, once we get to the 10 of Swords, we get the Ace of Swords. 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands. So that's clear communication and taking clear, focused action, inspired action. Yeah, so much potential. Okay, let me grab another deck and I'm going to get you some guidance, some advice. Okay, let's use Tarot Cats. So this, I found out, the two decks I mentioned getting recently, being gifted while I was on a break, are from Paula, who we know on this channel, and she told me, you only need to thank me once. So it's just, I don't ever want to just seem like, oh great, you gifted me a deck, whatever, I'm grateful. So, but I will only say thank you, Paula, once. So yeah, okay. So, Spirit, what are your messages of guidance and advice to my viewers? How can they get on the same page as their person, please, without feeling like they are being overly exposed, without self-sacrificing anything, without going against their boundaries or their judgment? So, what's your advice and guidance here? Oh, Knight of Cups. Okay. Three of Swords. Three of Cups in reverse. The Moon. Okay. The Empress on the back with the Queen of Swords in the upright. So you see she's in the upright. So this is a healed Queen of Swords. We did get the Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel Spirit saying, now this is, honestly, this is the advice that's coming from the most detached, highest vibration place. So you may feel you're ready for this and want to do this, you may not. The Spirit is saying, the advice here is to lovingly speak your truth to your person. But the truth here is, yes, I still care, but yes, there has been pain. These are the things that disappointed me. These are the things that made me angry. These are the things I wish I hadn't done, and I also wish you hadn't done, or whatever. So really saying what didn't work for you, saying how you would like to move forward. And with the Moon, it's almost like facing your fears, saying the things that it makes you uncomfortable to say. Because there's so much here that is hidden, and each of you are left to infer from what you're seeing and not seeing and what's being said and not said, that it's left you in slightly different places but ultimately wanting a reconnection. And I just feel if you both want this reconnection, and you do seem to very much, why delay, really? Okay. So speaking your truth from an empowered place, if you're thinking, okay, maybe I want to do this, if you feel like no, do what's best for you, your situation best. But if you're saying, well, if I do this, how is it going to go? Is my person also going to reciprocate, or am I just going to be cross that I bothered to reach out or to open up? So let's see. How might they respond to this? Oh, the Knight of Swords, so they will reply, that's for sure. Slightly different energy though, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. 10 of Wands in reverse. 4 of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, what on earth? No, you cannot be all aggressive and shouty and closed off and then think you're getting a new beginning. Ace of Cups. So it looks to me, if you were to come forward in this way, your person might be a bit defensive, they might repeat some past behaviours, they might be a bit closed off, but for them, that's, great, we've reconciled, let's move forward. So I don't know if you should do this if you want to reach out, because I'm not sure a person has a very healthy way of moving through conflict. And I'm not seeing that they're going to be so ready to open up and be as vulnerable. There's more of an energy here of, oh, we're speaking again. Okay, great. Let's just bury what's happened and carry on. Let's have a new beginning. But it just means that the problems will resurface at some point. It's very difficult, because if you don't reach out, for some of you, yes, Knight of Swords in reverse, they're going to come in anyway as the Knight of Swords in the upright and eventually say, okay, look, hi, here's me, how are you, whatever. They're going to say something. For others of you, I think this stalemate will continue for a while longer. If you do reach out and open up, I'm not seeing that you're going to get the level of maturity that you might be looking for. You're wanting an Emperor, but you're getting a Knight of Swords. Now, this isn't a reflection of how they feel about you or anything like that. I think it's just the way they're used to resolving conflicts. Yeah, and that's, Four of Coins. Let's just bury this down deep, straight to the Ace of Cups, and let's begin again. That's frustrating. You may have, this may be one of the cycles that you were showing me earlier that you have found to be quite difficult. Let's see, let's get some advice from this deck. So these are the messages from your animal spirit guides. I think actually, and we'll pull one from the, I think it's the Unicorn deck. I know it's not called that. It's the Affirmators Oracle deck. Okay. So what's the best message for my viewers at this time, please, Spirit? We have Grouse. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. So a very grounded energy here. I do wonder, is, maybe the advice then, as we know, it's a difficult energy here. Do you speak up or not? Maybe the advice for now is yes, release, express, speak up, but perhaps not to this person just yet. So yeah, there is something here about your own healing, expression, the transmutation maybe of any lingering painful energy, but maybe not to speak it directly to this person just yet, because you might feel disappointed or frustrated by their response. Of course, again, it's up to you, but I am seeing either way, Spirit's encouraging you to express something here. Okay. So let's finish with one of these. I will do the one question, one card answers in a moment. I think I'll do an extended reading, and I kind of want to see and have a look at how your person's going to evolve. If you don't step forward right now, wow, that's quick. Are they going to grow in the meantime, or change, or want to communicate differently, or stay the same? Connection. We had this last time I used this deck with the penguins. I'm connected to the multitudes, and I can access their support at any time. Even a stranger offers a sense of comfort when they smile at me or make a dumb comment about the weather. Everyone is waiting to connect. All I need to do is open myself up and pay attention. Note to self, work on witty banter about weather-related stuff. Okay, so maybe this is literally going to a dance class and being around other people, or if you play an instrument, connecting with other musicians or listening to music, that sort of thing. But yeah, maybe expressing to trusted people around you. There's something here about getting support from people around you. And as I saw before, the Magician, very, very powerful, but still the number one. It's still about the self, doing it, doing everything alone. So you might be around people who are kind of contributing to your stress right now, knowingly or unknowingly. And Spirit's saying being around people who actually relieve stress, who support you, can be a great thing to do right now. So I hope this was helpful. Just know both of you really want to reconnect. Both of you want healing here. Both of you would love a new beginning, but your approaches are slightly different. And honestly, I don't think your person understands that you feel that if you reach out again, if you make effort again, there's some kind of confirmation that you won't be able to receive from them, or that, you know, you're feeling that they might be looking at you in a certain way that isn't valuing you completely, you know, that kind of thing. They haven't quite understood that. Maybe at some point in the future it will be a good thing to tell them, this is how I perceive things, you know, and ask, is that how you see me? Is that what it means to you if I keep saying hello first, or something like that, you know? Yes, okay, so if you're heading off, thank you for watching. Take care. Oh, I should have said earlier, I won't be here on Monday. It's a bank holiday. It's a bank holiday on Monday here in the UK. So I will not be here Monday, but I will do a reading on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, we'll do a past, present, future in your connection. Plus, I'll pull some oracle messages for you from the messages deck to see what their messages are for you. Yeah, if you're sticking around, I'm going to clear this away and we'll do the one question, one card answers. Okay, so thank you everyone as always for your questions. Our first winner today is Ultra Soul Viotrance 777, who says, why do I always see my twin flame or divine counterpart's name everywhere all day when I'm making major moves? Okay, so why do you see your person's name all day everywhere and when you're making major moves? Spirit, what can you say, please? What can you show us? Okay. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So it seems to me like maybe Spirit's trying to get your attention here. Maybe there's something, you know, a perspective. We've been talking about perspectives today. A way of seeing this that you might not be realizing at the moment, or some kind of information that's trying to come through, or some clarity that Spirit's trying to give you here. Let me clarify. Oh, wow, the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Okay. And we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. So I do feel that the reading we just had is very much for you. And it might be, it could be your person is thinking about you a lot. And it's their energy, you know, coming into your energy and showing itself in the form of you seeing their name. There is something here, though, about a new beginning or communication, a change in perspective. So it could be you're being encouraged to think about something that's happened, something from the past, and processing this or seeing this in a different way is going to shed light on where you are now within this connection, like, you know, an aha moment. I get it. Or it could be new information around your connection at this time. We do have the 10 of Coins on the back. I'm feeling really this is a message, pretty much like what we just saw, that this connection is by no means over, but a new beginning is struggling to manifest, is struggling to materialize. I think your person is thinking about you a lot and doesn't want you to have given up on them or to forget about them. Let's see. Yeah, 7 of Wands in the reverse. There's really a desire, I feel, for communication here, and Spirit seems to be backing this up. So if you're wanting to, if you feel ready, if you feel inclined, it could be worth reaching out to this person. It doesn't have to be anything big to start with, just saying hello, seeing how it goes from there. But yeah, I think you're constantly reminded of this person, especially when you're, you know, doing sort of big important things, because A, they don't want to be left behind, they want to be involved in these big important changes in your life, they don't want to be forgotten, and B, because a new beginning is trying to be, you know, birthed here, but it can't quite sort of come through. So it's letting you know, hello, I'm here, can you help me to come into being? So yeah, okay, I hope that helped. Okay, our second winner is Lioness Pride 31, who says, how long will the third party be an issue? Let's see. We have the Hermit in the reverse, so Virgo energy, in case that's relevant to you. The Tower in the reverse, Scorpio energy. The Three of Swords, oof. Okay, let's have a look what's on the back. The Emperor in the reverse. I almost feel everyone within your situation kind of knows, the third party, whoever this other person is, knows that situation between them and your person isn't great, and really it's almost like it's just waiting to end. But the thing is, when we can see a Tower moment up ahead, we don't really often walk willingly into it because it's too traumatic. It's like voluntarily jumping in front of a train. It's a bit different if we're pushed, and sometimes we need to be pushed into a Tower moment. So when the Tower shows up, it lets me know pretty soon there's going to be some kind of a change and ending here, but everybody knows it's not a great situation with the Three of Swords. I actually feel your person wants to make a change here. Yeah, we have the Hierophant in reverse as well. Wants to free themselves of this other person, of the situation, but they're kind of not stepping up at this time and committing to making that change. Similarly to saying, I don't want to jump in front of a train. I kind of don't want to bring this, I don't want to create all of this drama and stress around me, but at the same time, I would like to be free of this relationship, this situation. So I feel your person knows what they want to do, but they're not 100% stepping up and leaving this third party. The third party and you also feel that this situation is not really working out. But with the Tower, I don't see it being very long, to be honest. Okay, what's underneath the Hierophant? Let me see. Knight of Coins. Yeah, you might feel that your person is sort of almost coasting, saying, well, no, I can't leave this person today. I have to wash my car. Now I have to go and pick up groceries, and now I have to get a haircut. It's like, come on, be the Emperor, take charge. But I can understand why it's a bit it's a big move. It will bring in a Tower moment. So it's a bit scary, but I don't think it will be too long. The Tower, in terms of timing, talks about right now, but remember it's reversed, so there's a bit of a delay. Okay, so let's move on to the third person here. Okay, and our third winner is... how do I pronounce this? Moni Amimi? Moni Amimi, let's go with that. Okay, so you've said, why isn't my person showing their true feelings towards me, pretending they're being just friends instead, and keeping a safe distance? Okay, so let's see, why isn't your person showing their true feelings? Oops, these cards are so big. I watched another reader who uses this deck regularly, and she shuffles them effortlessly, so she maybe has bigger hands than I do, I don't know, but yeah, kind of big. Okay. So why isn't your person showing their true feelings? Let's see. Oh, King of Cups, because they're a King of Cups. And we all know the King of Cups feels very deeply. So you're not mistaken in feeling there are deeper feelings here, but they're very stoic. Okay, let's keep going. King of Coins in reverse. Your person might be a bit practical. They could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or even if not, they're saying, well, why would I tell you how deeply in love with you I am when I can't show up, I can't be stable, I can't offer enough? We have the Chariot. So they could be saying, I can't give you enough because I'm so focused on my own goals right now. And we have the Five of Swords. So yeah, this could be someone who argues a lot with themselves in their head. They could overthink, they could doubt themselves. This can also be someone saying, no, I'm really focused on achieving a goal right now. So it's not the time for me to be opening up and trying to settle down and commit because I can't give enough of myself to you, to us at this time. So yeah, if you know your person's really going after something, really hard, they're saying, this is my goal, this is my current focus, I will manifest this, I will make it happen. I feel that's why they're not opening up, because there's a really practical edge to this. well, if I tell you I love you, then naturally you will expect me to follow through, but I can't, so I'm not going to tell you. You know, it's that sort of a thing here. So I don't think there's any, they're not trying to wind you up or annoy you or stress you out. I think it's just they're being very, very logical. And I almost feel once whatever this is they're going after, once they've achieved this, and I do see that they will with the Chariot, they may be more willing to open up more or show you more of how they're feeling. This is someone who seems to have very high expectations of themselves, and someone who doesn't do things, you know, like half measures. They're not going to come in and say, oh, I have feelings, and then disappear. You know, once they're ready to say, I have feelings, very deep feelings, can we move this forward? It's because they're intending to see how far this can go.